Stu here with Raid Shadow Legends. So what happened? I was just sitting around the house thinking about Raid Shadow Legends champions. Always try to think about, hey, what champions out there can we do more videos about? Can we bring more awareness to that can help us do things in game, help us progress in content? You know, everybody has a different amount of champions. We have a different roster, which is very cool. So we need different ways to be able to get through things in the game. So I was like, man, Vale, perfect Vale. Where you been? What's been going on with them? They came out as a new ability for a whole bunch of champions. Well, not too many. We've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different champions that have Vale or perfect Vale, but I don't see them used anywhere. I don't see them in PvP. I don't see them in videos for dragons, for Fire Knight. I don't see them in even stage 15 videos just to clear fodder, easy peasy runs. You know, what happened? What are we doing? What do you even know what Vale and Perfect Vale does anymore? I had to reread it just to be sure I was right. You know, I had it in my mind. I do this, but I had to read back through it just to make sure because I don't use it and I never see it used. So I don't need to know what it does because we don't see it used, right? So what is Vale and Perfect Vale? So basically you go stealth, right? You cannot be targeted by the other team. Single target moves, AoEs will still hit you, which is a big flaw to it because this game is so AoE heavy damage wise. Every boss does AoE damage. Every player does AoE damage that we use, that we like, and that AoE damage can kill you right out. It can kill you if you're facing a boss. If you go up to the Fire Knight with some Vale dude and you're under Vale, right? You're still going to get hit by an AoE just like all bosses do, and you're going to get hit hard, so you're probably going to get taken out. I don't mind that you go into Vale. I think it would be a good thing to do. Maybe make it to when you're in Vale and you get hit, you decrease damage received by 30%. Something like that. That could help out, right? Your stealth, you're going to be able to dodge the damage a little bit more than somebody who's not. You're going to hopefully be in an advantageous position. You're going to be stealthy. You're going to be behind a rock, right? Or something. You're going to be hiding behind your players. You got this tank in front of you. Now you're behind him. You're using him as a meat shield for the dragon fire, and you're going to take 30% less damage. That could help out. That could help out a tremendous amount. So with Vale, basically, you cannot be targeted by anybody. Once you do an ability that does damage, you'll drop out of Vale. So even if somebody's protecting you with Vale, if you do an ability that does damage, boom, you're out of it. People can see you, they can target you. Perfect Vale, once you do damage, you stay in Vale, you stay in Perfect Vale, so you're still hidden, which is very cool. I like Perfect Vale. I still don't see it. I still don't see it getting used. And I would like it if Vale and Perfect Vale, don't split it up. Make sure that Vale does the same thing. Vale takes 30% less damage or whatever you want to do. I think that would help out a lot. I think in PvP, if somebody's in Vale and they take 30% less damage, it will help. It might not save them, but it will help. It does something, right? And I know when you come with the bosses, since all bosses do AoE damage, area of effect, we can't stop that, right? There's nothing we can do to stop that. This would give those Vale champions a little bit of cover so they don't take so much damage because they're going to take the damage regardless if they're in Vale or not. If they fight Minotaur, every boss AoEs. There's not a boss out there that doesn't AoE at some point. So it does nothing for them. So that passive, or that added on to this passive, this ability of them taking less damage when they're hit, when they're in Vale or Perfect Vale, I think would really help out. I think it would make it pretty cool. And we might then see some more Vale champions used. Anyways, let's look at what we have here. So I'm going to go over the rares first. So we've got this Hill Nomad. She does what? What does she do? Now, I'm only reading Vale-wise. I'm not really concerned about what else they do. It says here, shields, places a Vale buff on an ally for 1 turn. Okay, that's garbage. 1 turn, Vale buff, right when they make a move, they're going to get hit anyways. Totally useless. Let's go into this. Oh, sorry, Hill Nomad. You're back. Steadfast. Whoa. Steadfast. Now, I'm on Ayumi Love. That's how you say this name here. Ayumi Love website. Fantastic. If you want to come in here, I just hit Vale right here on the side right. You can see me hovering over it. I just hit Vale. Boom. All the Vale champions pop up. I love using this website. So I did hear somebody using Steadfast Marshal and Spiders or something like that. They would come in, use Steadfast Marshal, cover up. They would probably have their Cold Hearts go first, right? Because you want them to take their turn. Then cover them up. That way the Spiders won't attack them. And then they'd be ready to come around next turn and take their Heartseeker, do their skill 3. So for the first round, They're covered. Boom. They get to do their Heart Seeker. Maybe he came in there with 4 cold hearts or 3 cold hearts along with somebody who can do. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So you come in with somebody who can do. Come in with somebody like Spider who decreases defense and weaken. And then boom, you have this guy cover up your cold hearts after they do their AoEs, which they will do. And then they're not going to be targeted. And then the next turn, your 3 cold hearts fire off. Spider dead, all on auto, easy peasy. I could make that video. No need to. We've seen cold hearts galore. We know all about cold hearts doing Spider. But I hear that this guy could do that for you. And he can. He can. I mean, what I just said is a practical application of what this guy can do because he puts Vale on all champions. You just need to make sure that he is slower than all your cold hearts. All of them go. Then he goes. He covers them up. You're good to go. Spiders go. They don't attack. They'll attack him. You're fine. So you could do that if you can do the DPS. So there is an application we can use for Vale on a rare. That's pretty good. Let's look at this. Excruciator. This girl was in an event, right, for 6,000 points. You know my feelings on this. It should have just been given to all of us. We should have been able to do the event easily, had her for free, and still not used her, just had her sitting in our vaults. Like I said, give us this champion because it's not game-changing. Let everybody prosper. Give them something to play with, even new players. Let them do the event easily and get this girl that nobody's using. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Excuse me. So, Mistress. What does she do? 2 random allies, 50% HP, and place a Vale buff on them for 1 turn. 5 turn cooldown. Garbage. Okay, let's go on to the next one. We have Perfect. Okay, now these are the perfect Vales. Let's go over Vizier because we know him. He's not known for Vale. We don't care about Vale on this guy. You could take Vale off this guy, and we still wouldn't care because he's so dirty at extending debuffs. That's all we want from him. Where's this Perfect Vale part? Over here. Places a Perfect Vale on him for 2 turns as he starts each round. Okay, I actually like that. I like getting placed Perfect Vale on somebody right when they start a round. That's pretty cool. That would even be really cool in PvP if we had that kind of damage mitigation that I was talking about earlier. It would make it pretty fun. But again, we don't care about Vale on this guy whatsoever. All we care about is his ability to extend debuffs, and he is a monster at that. So really, he's not even brought up about this. This guy, Kandra. Kandra is pretty interesting. I think we would see more play from him if he got an extra turn after buffing himself up. Obviously, if he buffed himself up, where's his skill? Places a 50% increase buffs himself, takes an extra turn while he's in Vale or Perfect Vale, and then does an AoE off of massive damage. He would do an AoE buffed, plus he's doing 40% additional damage because he's in Vale or Perfect Vale. He would be a really cool AoE nuker or a first wave turn nuker to go ahead and clear out the wave if he can do that much damage. But at least then we'd still see play. We would see this guy in arena if his ability worked like that. If this ability let him take an extra turn after he does On the Hunt, where he places Perfect Vale and gets a 50% increased attack, and then takes another turn, and then went into the Butcher's Glee, because then he really would be having a Butcher's Glee. He'd be coming in there and doing an AoE with massive amounts of damage, which we already have people in there doing massive amounts of damage in AoE, so I don't see the harm in that. That is probably how he should be changed to. He is a legendary, but we don't see him used anywhere. I've never seen a video on him. This girl, Yanancy, I guess that's how you say her name. I've never seen her anywhere. I know people who have her. I've never seen her 6-star. I've never seen her used. So then she attacks one enemy, then attacks another random enemy, a chance to put Leech on. Perfect Vale on this champion for 2 turns if this is a critical hit. Why do you need a critical hit on a legendary? And then attacks all enemy, lower their max HP. Just a terrible legendary. I mean, I don't know what else to say. She's just got nothing going on for her whatsoever. I would rather have Zargala in place of this legendary in any part of the game whatsoever. That's how good Zargala is. That doesn't mean nerf Zargala. That just means that this legendary is total poo-poo, right? And then we have Epochs. I've heard Infernal Baroness can be used. She has an AoE attack on her skill 1. She attacks all enemies again and places... So she's just like... I did a review, I remember. She's just like Azana. She's pretty much like Azana. Places a Perfect Vale buff on this ally for 3 turns. So she can be hidden for 3 turns and still do damage. Even when she does damage, she'll still be hidden. So she's actually pretty cool. I could see... What is she? Is she Force? Everybody's got to be Force. That does AoE on her skill 1. So I could see her being used, but there are way better options. And for what she does, Azana is way better, because even if Azana gets hit, it doesn't matter. We're not worried about that. We're doing shared damage anyways. We're doing a huge buff on herself. This girl needs to be buffed as well. I don't see her being used in many places. Yes, I saw DM do a spider video on her as just like we would do with my bad Alcazar. Everybody knows that. So I know she has a place there. If you want to check that out on Darth Microtransactions video about him doing spiders with counterattack on her, you can see that. And then we have, what do we have? Necro Hunter. So Necro Hunter is a legendary, is an epic. Attacks 2 times, decreased defense. Okay, he's good that he does a decreased defense. I do like that. 50% chance of attacking all enemies with an extra hit. Okay, that doesn't, attacks 1 enemy and then has a 50% chance to attack all enemies with an extra hit. What is that on an epic? Doesn't a rare do better than that? Doesn't the rare Elhan or whoever we get for free attack all enemies, attack 1 enemy and then attack everybody else right after? So places a perfect Vale buff on this champion for 2 turns if this attack is critical hit. Okay, so if on a 4-turn cooldown for 2 turns he can be covered up. That's not bad, but I think what really is hindering him is his ability to do anything else. He does have a decrease. This needs to be an AoE attack on a 3-turn cooldown. Why is it contingent on a roll of the dice for that? Makes no sense when you've got rares out there that do better than this right here, Gravestorm in general. So let him attack 1 champion and then let him attack all champions. Even if you need to bring down the modifiers, the multipliers on it, it's going to make this guy way better and way useful, because the decreased defense is very nice. And then you want to get an AoE in here, and then you want to get the Vale going. So with the decreased defense, I really can't complain. I would think he'd be viable somewhere. He just needs to be able to have that AoE to get us through waves and to get us through anything else we want to do, PvP even. So I hope they make that change on him. And then we have, what? This is the last one. What does this guy do? I don't remember this one. Places a Leech, places perfect Vale buff, and 50% continuous heal buff on an ally for 2 turns. Okay, that's pretty cool. He actually does cover an ally with perfect Vale for 2 turns on a 2-turn cooldown? Huh. What is this guy? He's just an epic. Huh, I've never even seen him. And then places a counterattack buff on this champion, 60% chance of placing a provoke buff on all enemies. So he can provoke everybody on a 4-turn cooldown, and he can do counterattack on himself, which will then do a Leech, and then he can place Vale. He could be okay. This guy I could see maybe being used somewhere to give some people cover. Again, he's Force. They keep bringing these Force champions out. I'm not a big fan of Force myself, just because I like doing stage 20 of other things, but Force is it's a good affinity. There's just a lot of them that they come out with lately. There's a lot of magic too, so I can't really complain. Anyways, we're talking about Vale. So I could see applications for this guy being used somewhere to get the continuous heals, to get the Vale up on people. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think about these? Again, go to Ayumi Love, go to buffs, go to whichever one you want to hit. Hit Vale, hit block, debuffs, hit speed if you want to see which guys do speed ores. They're all here. Everything you want to see in the game. It'll pull it up just like this. You can do affinity. Look at whatever you want. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about Vale and Perfect Vale? Are you using anybody out there that does Vale or Perfect Vale? And if you are, let me know how they're using them and how are they working for you. That way we can all know and share in the knowledge. And I love you all. Thank you so much for the support. Please like and subscribe. Help me grow. And I will see you all on the next video.